Hi guys, so let's see. We are now live. Let's see, can you guys hear me? There we go. Okay, so we're live. And first of all, thank you for coming to this webinar and attending this webinar. And it is a webinar that will cover, as you can see on my screen, and the webinar is called Instagram Business Mastery. So we will give it a couple of more minutes so that all of the people that want to join this and attend this webinar will actually have the opportunity to come and join us. So I'll talk a little bit about what you guys can expect. So this webinar will be like covering the concept of Instagram business and how you can get started, how it works, and the different elements of and basically an online business that uses Instagram for traffic. So we will give it a couple of more minutes so that everyone that want to join will get the chance to join, and then we will get started. So if you guys have like any questions at all, feel free to like comment. If you're on YouTube, comment in the comment field. If you're on the webinar backend page below the video, there should be a chat box. Comment where you're from, what your struggles are, and we will have a questions and answers section or part at the end. So again, this is a webinar about building businesses on Instagram, and we'll cover the different concepts, what elements you have to implement, what you have to do, the different tools that you can use, how to structure the tools, what to keep in mind, and all of the pros, all of the elements from start to finish. So I see we have a couple of people coming in. So we will give it like a couple of more minutes so that the people that want to join actually get the chance. So, but we will actually get started. So before we get into the actual webinar on different strategies, what we will cover, and basically the concept, I want to talk about why I created this webinar. I've used like several months up to creating this webinar, to putting together the strategies, the concepts, and all of the things behind the webinar have taken a lot of time. And the reason why I created this webinar was primarily because I've been into online business and Instagram business for quite some time. And what I've learned over like the years I've been doing this is things that I think will benefit you as an individual and empower your future as well. Over like the last 6 years, I have been building businesses, and I've been teaching myself the concepts around building online businesses. And over that time, I've also experienced different scams, people that are so-called gurus and that want to help you, but in the end, they only want to empty your pockets. So I want to create this, or I wanted to create a webinar where I teach people the facts, what really works and how it actually works, and not try to scam you for money. So that is why I created this webinar, and I personally think that by hosting this webinar and giving you the information that you are about to receive, you will be better suited and you will have a higher potential of actually achieving success on Instagram and online, building your own freedom business, than you would without actually attending this webinar. So let's jump into it. So the agenda for the webinar is as follows. I will first share a bit about my story and why I am suited to teach you what I'm about to teach you and why you should listen. And then we will go on to the concept, like how does the concept of Instagram business and online business in general work, why you should use it, and many reasons for doing it. Then we will have a special offer at the end that is something you don't want to miss. And so let's get into it. First off, who am I? My name is Harald Roine. I'm a 22-year-old guy from Norway in Scandinavia. And I have a pretty, not interesting, but sad way into online business. I actually find my passion by being bullied. You often hear those stories about people having like a really difficult time or hard time facing hardship and all of that. And in the darkest times, they see the light and they find their passion and they just become like huge success stories. My story is kind of like similar. I was being bullied. I was excluded from every social interaction, every social event, and the people that I viewed as my dearest friends actually backstabbed me. And I figured that those were one of the reasons why people didn't want to be around me and I didn't get invited, because the dearest friends I had told the other new guys around at high school, don't talk to Harald, don't invite him, and all of that. So that is how I find my passion, because I spent a lot of time at home and at the computer, and I just experimented. I searched the web about business online, business models, how to create money online. I jumped on every like get rich quick schemes, which is ridiculous, but I learned a lot. And yeah, that's basically my way into the online business industry. And to now, 6 years later, I've been developing online businesses for people in like every niche for the last 6 years. I've helped teach people, create online businesses for people, and I basically help people turn a passion into profit online, be working for themselves and working as freelancers. I am a speaker and local influencer here in Norway, and I run a successful online consulting business where I aid people and businesses with marketing, social media, email marketing, structuring the funnel, future strategy, growth strategies, and so on. The list goes on and on. I help with basically helping people establish and grow their business. So that's my story. So let's jump into the Instagram business part of the webinar. So first off, let's talk about the concept. Before we go into the concept, I want to mention a couple of people or profiles on Instagram that you have most likely, hopefully, seen or actually follow. So the first one is Tai Lopez. Tai Lopez shows everywhere on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all of the social platforms. And as you can see, he has a really huge amount of followers, 1.9 million. And as you can see, with both him and Millionaire Mentor, or the guy behind Millionaire Mentor, Jason Stone, and Ask a Millionaire profile, which is Sean Thomas, all of them have tremendous amounts of followers, over 1 million, over 2 million. And all of these three guys makes a ton of money on Instagram. The reason for this is because, as you can see, every single one of them have a link in their bio. They also have information about the profile, what they have to offer in their bio, but the link is most important. Why is the link the most important? Because the link, or the link that you can add in the bio, is how you funnel traffic from the social media platform Instagram and the profile into your online business with your products or services, where you can present like ebooks, books, consultant services, and other various types of products and services. And as you can see, both Tai Lopez, Millionaire Mentor, and Ask a Millionaire have a link. And that is something you have to remember. You have to create a link, or you have to add a link, and you also have to have a descriptive bio telling visitors what your profile is about, what you do, and what you can provide them. So that's a short overview over how you want your profile to look. when you get established. So the concept with Instagram business is fairly simple. You basically select a niche that you want to go for, you build an audience, and you promote. It's that simple. But there are different elements underneath selecting a niche. There are different elements underneath building an audience, and there are different elements underneath promoting. So let's talk about the first one, selecting a niche. There are various niches on Instagram that is more profitable, more lucrative than others. Actually, the highest or the most profitable niche on Instagram today is the fitness niche. The reason for this is because the fitness niche and the profiles within that niche have the highest open rates, the highest engagement rates, and the most engaging audience and followers. And by having a high percentage of your followers engaging with what you promote, you sell, or your business in general, you will achieve higher revenue. So fitness is one of the most lucrative niches. You also have the quotes niche, the motivation niche, the business niche, the real investor niche, the real estate niche, dogs and pets, which is good for e-commerce. And you also have like sweaters and print on demand, which basically means that you sell t-shirts or hoodies or clothes in general, and you have a custom print on them, and you sell that specific product. So there are a lot of various niches that you can go with, but if you are to start a Instagram business that should see potential for future growth, then I would suggest going into either fitness, inspiration, motivation, quotes, business, real estate, travel, which also is one, or like investment. All of those are lucrative and profitable niches and up-and-coming niches. When it comes to building an audience, there are a lot of various ways. I personally have an ebook or I did an experiment back in 2016 to see how many followers I could get in a month. And after like 30 days, I went from 0 to 10,000 followers. And I used various techniques and methods. But the one that, or the ones that stood out and had the most impact was the following. It was posting regularly, up to 3 to 5 times a day, using the correct hashtags. And when I used hashtag, I segmented my hashtags into three or 10. So the first 10 had below 100,000 photos. The second 10 had between 100,000 and 1 million. And the third 10 had above 1 million photos posted. And by dividing them out, your photos don't get saturated when people search for the similar hashtag. You will be visible in all different audience sizes or hashtag sizes and popularity. So that was the hashtag, posting regularly 3 to 5 times a day, and the hashtags. The third method was actually doing follow and unfollow and liking. So what I did was I mapped out 50 profiles, big profiles, with several 100,000 to over 1 million followers, and I created a list of 50 profiles. And each single day, I went to those profiles and opened their newest image or video or whatever, and I followed like 10 of the newest likes or the newest followers on that big profile. And I used those types of strategies every single day, but there is a catch. Instagram limits your actions. 1 follow is equal to 1 action, 1 unfollow equal 1 action, to 400 actions per 24 hours. So you can't like go in and follow 400 people right away because they have an hourly limit as well on 50 people. And if you have a new profile, you have to lower that, or else Instagram will mark your profile as spammy and not contributing to the Instagram society and community. But if you have a more well-established profile, you can increase the amount. So those are the three strategies that are the most effective to building an audience. It is posting regularly, using the correct hashtags, and follow for unfollow. And you can optionally use a fourth technique, which is by leveraging what's called as engagement groups. By leveraging, or before I tell you what the effect is, an engagement group is basically a group of people that like each other's photos in what's called rounds. So let's say that you're in a group, and this specific group has at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You post an image, and everyone in the group that want to join that round post an image and like each other's photos. So if there are around 50 people, you will receive 49 likes instantly or regularly fast on that image, as well as giving 49 likes to other profiles. So that's engagement groups. And by leveraging engagement groups, you will boost and manipulate the algorithm for Instagram and have the potential to be shown at the top of the Discover page. So that's the techniques to building an audience on Instagram. The next thing is actually promoting. And the promoting can be done by posting once in a while an image, telling people, hey, do you want this? Are you looking for this? Or so and so. And adding a link in your bio. And that's where the link in the bio comes in. You have to use that link and leverage that screen space, that real estate, to funnel people from your social media account on Instagram and your profile to offers outside of Instagram. So let's talk about the concept. The concept is basically starting with Instagram as a traffic source. You can use various other sources for traffic, like paid traffic, SEO, other social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, but you have a traffic source. And that traffic source sends people or funnels people and visitors to what's called a capture page. We will talk more about every step of these, I think. But a capture page is a page that only have one purpose. It is to capture and collect people's emails in exchange for something you give back. It's what's called a bribe. And you give something in return, and that's typically an ebook or a access to a website. And after giving them the bribe and the offer in exchange for the email, they will be sent or redirected to either a webinar like this one, which you can host and do live or pre-record and only send people to the replay, or a product such as an ebook, a course, consultant, websites, or other different products and services. And then after purchasing that type of product or joining the webinar and purchasing the product promoted at the end of the webinar or throughout the webinar, they are pitched an upsell, which could be like any type of ticket product. But what is important throughout this process is that you leverage the email list that you build up from the capture page. So this is an overview over how a funnel works, which is something that is used for every online business. Every business that leverage the internet space to run their business and use it as their distribution channel. This is how it works. So let's dive into traffic. There are different types of traffic, and you can use free or you can use paid. And you have free and paid traffic on every social media platform there is. You can buy Facebook ads. You can interact in Facebook groups. Those are free and paid methods. You can post and grow organic Instagram profiles, or you can do paid shoutouts. You can pay for YouTube. You can pay for Google. You can pay for everything, and you can also do it free. But in the end of the day, you can either choose from using free, which takes longer time, or paid, which is more expensive but takes shorter time. And you grow, as I mentioned, you grow your Instagram profile by posting, and organic growth always trump paid growth, because organic growth helps you like filter out the weed from the grass and get the followers that actually want to follow you. When it comes to the capture page, as I mentioned, collects emails and you present a bribe. And the goal with the capture page is to build an email list so that you can market products or services to this email list whenever you want. That's how it works, guys. If you don't, as of now, if you run an online business and are pitching products, selling products, and whatever you do, if you're not building an email list, you're missing out. The reason for this is that an email list is your real estate. It's yours. No one can take it from you. It's the same as if you post an image on Facebook, Facebook owns it. But the email list that you build up, it is yours, no one else's. And you can do whatever you want with it, as long as you like follow the rules and laws of the country you're operating in, but it is yours. It's a group of people that have some interest in something you have to promote or provide, and you can pitch them products, sell them products whenever you want. And an email list is basically with an email list, you can basically make money on demand by sending an email, sending a broadcast, pitching a product, doing a webinar, by inviting your email list. So building an email list is essential and crucial to be able to achieve online success. So the next one is the webinar or product, depending on what you want to like sell or how you want to sell it. So you sell your own product or service, but you can also do what's called being an affiliate and sell someone else's product. And you have various different types of online marketplaces where you can find these products that someone else has created, and you can ask for the right to sell them their product. And there is one thing I want you to keep in mind on that is that webinars is the highest converting sales strategy online. The reason for this is because on a webinar, you will have the ability to actually show that you know what you are doing. You get a more personal interaction with your viewers, your followers, your audience, your leads, your visitors, your prospects, because you can talk one-on-one. You can have a questions and answer section. People can ask you questions live, and you can answer them live. And that is why webinars have the highest conversion rates when it comes to selling online. And then you have the upsell. The upsell is often known as the profit multiplier, simply because it helps you increase and multiply your income by often providing or pitching or selling something of high value and highly priced. And this is typically what we call an email product upsell, which basically is that after someone has either purchased or not purchased your primary offer, you can email them and tips them about it. Tell them that, hey, I recommend this product, take a look at it. And in my opinion, the best way to go with upsell is actually pitch a higher ticket product. Like, let's say that your original or your core product ranges between $40 and $100. Then the upsell or the high ticket product could be above $500. So it's 8 to 5 times, 5 to 10 times as much as the core product. But of course you can increase it to above $1,000 or $2,000, depending on what you actually have to offer, because you have to evaluate the value within the product up towards the price. But that's the upsell. So guys, that's the funnel for Instagram business. You basically pick a niche, you build an audience, and you promote. But when it comes to the promoting part, you have to use what's called a funnel, which is this one. Instagram stands for the traffic. The capture page collects emails in exchange for giving something back. And once you give something back, you pitch them something of interest that can supplement and build upon what you actually give away for free. This way, more people are interested in what you actually they can buy from you. And there is one thing I want to mention in beneath here. let's say that you provide an ebook about fitness, and what you want to focus on is that the ebook should contain so much value that your subscriber that received your ebook says to himself or herself, okay, I got so much value from something free that this person gave to me. Let's just imagine how much of value I can receive by actually paying the person. So you want to make them think that the value that they will receive by actually paying a small amount of money, it greatly trumps the value for the money. Imagine that, or let me ask you this question. If a book costs $20 and you buy it, how much is the book worth? I will ask you again. If you buy a book for $20, how much is the book worth to you? The book is, of course, worth more than the $20 that you had in your pocket because you were willing to exchange it. And that's what you want to instill on your subscribers. You want the value for your paid products to be worth more to the subscriber and your prospects than the money in their pocket. So let me ask you, or let me tell you why you should use this and why you should do this type of business. There are simple reasons, because it works. That's how the big brands does it. Instagram is in rapid growth, so this won't be outdated for like several years. Or who can say the market changes like 2 times a year, so it is impossible to say if Instagram is going to be the primary social media platform in like 5 years. But who knows? You have to jump on board and actually do this. It's because it's a new way of marketing online. If you don't do it, you miss out. That's what you do. In the end of the day, you miss out. You miss out on great opportunities if you don't get in, if you don't build businesses on Instagram. So let me ask you one thing. Do you want to learn exactly how to build this type of business? Like step by step? Like, do you want to learn about how you can, more about the exact techniques, step by step, how you can build an audience on Instagram? Like step by step, how you select a niche, and like step by step, like baby steps on how you create your ebook, your product that you give away, how you create your capture page, your landing page, your email sequences that you will send to your subscribers, how to create the core product that you sell, how to create the upsell that you pitch your subscribers after they either paid or joined or bought what you have to offer. And let me ask you something. Would you, or do you see a way that you can benefit by leveraging the concept of online business and Instagram business in general? If you do, please comment in the section below in the chat box and say I. If you see a need, or if you see an opportunity by leveraging the online business model on Instagram, comment and say I. If you learn something new that you didn't knew before, like the strategies that I mentioned, or like how the business in general works, comment I. And let me ask you, how many here think that they could do like 2 hours of work or invest 2 hours of work each single day in order to make this work? Like who of you here actually have 2 hours to spare, like in the evening or early morning before you go to work? Who can invest 2 hours every single day to create their own future, to create their own working place, to become their own boss, work on their own terms? Comment 1 if you want to work for yourself, and if you can imagine actually spending as little as 2 hours each day, or even 1 hour. Comment 1. And I want to ask you, how many here are willing and want to invest in their own future. Like, who you here are actually looking for a brighter future? Like, are you in a place as of today that you don't want to be in the future? Do you see that, or do you have family that you want to provide a better life, financial freedom, or anything of that sort? Because in the end of the day, the people that invest in themselves are the people that achieve more, prosper more, are more financially free, and live a more fulfilling life. People that invest in themselves live better lives because they expand their knowledge, they increase their potential, they open more doors and see more opportunities and grab more opportunities. So what I want to offer you guys today is something that I'm really proud of. It is something that I know would help you. It is something that would take you from A to C. It is something that could help you get started today. It's something that could help you land your first client in 30 days. It is something that could potentially, if you're willing to put in the work, make you financially free within the end of the year. Do you think this is something that would be of interest to you? Comment 2. If this is of interest to you, comment 2 below. Okay, so what I am talking about is something called Social Upcoming. Social Upcoming is a complete A to C course that would potentially take you up to 4 weeks to complete. It is a complete accelerator. It's a complete mentor box for you to go from having an idea, having a passion, and turning it into a real online business that could make you money within 30 days. Social Upcoming is divided into 5 primary modules. And that is, module number 1 takes a look into the idea development phase, actually creating an idea, spotting an idea, selecting your niche, and building a in-demand product right off the bat. Module number 2 goes into planning and mapping your entire business model so that it is sustainable for future change and so that you have everything that you need in place. Module number 3 covers the creation of the online business and teaches you how to use and leverage the tools of the trade to build your website and business. This has a value of $599. Module number 4 is about traffic and teaching you how to receive unlimited traffic through multiple traffic generation methods, such as leveraging the social media platforms such as Instagram. It also teaches you more about Instagram growth, which is one of the primary techniques taught in this module, and this has a value of $499. Module number 5 covers growth and teaches you how to implement several growth strategies that will take your business to the next level. This has a value of $179. And all of these modules have a total value of $1,625. But there's more. With Social Upcoming, you get access to a resource library that gives you access to every tool, every spreadsheet we use to build an online business. This has a value of $799. You will also get access to live and replayable webinars, such as this one, that gives you a more in-depth guide into different topics that will share highly secret growth strategies. And this has a value of $1,399. And you will also be given access to our invite-only community where people share their secrets, their methods, and their story. You will also be able to use this community to find potential partners, your mentors. And this has a value of $999. All of these combined, the module number 1, module number 2, 3, 4, and 5, the resource library, the live webinars, the invite-only community, has a total value of $4,822. But today, you won't pay that. You will only pay $119. It's a one-time payment. It is not a recurring payment or anything like that. It's a one-time payment of $119. The link, you can see the link to join in the bottom right corner. It's socialupcoming.com/join. socialupcoming.com/join. Imagine being able to overcome the struggle you have today. Imagine being able to go from A to C, from having an idea, having a passion, and turning it into a real online sustainable business that will help you earn money from the comfort of your home or from wherever you like to work. Imagine being able to work by your own hour, work whenever you want. Imagine being able to be financially free, help your family with a little bit more money every single month. Imagine being able to turn your life around, quit your boring 9-to-5 job, and work with something you're really passionate about. Social upcoming is something that will turn your life upside down for the better. It's a place that will teach you every single thing that you need to know about building online businesses. It's an MBA of online business building. And it's only $119. Imagine how much you would pay for an MBA at university. You will pay 10 times as much, 20, 40, 50 times as much. You will potentially pay up towards $100,000. This is a cheap investment for the future. And you can join now for $119. And what I want to tell you in addition to this is that by joining Social Upcoming, you will get access to asking me questions whenever you like. You will be able to add me on Facebook, ask me questions, and I will answer. We can even do Skype calls where you tell me about your situation. We go in depth into what your struggles are and what you have to do to overcome those struggles. So I only want to tell you one more thing, and that is I hope I see you inside, and I know that by joining Social Upcoming, you will be able to turn your business around. You will be able to learn more and build a more sustainable business for you and your family. And listen, guys, this is a one-time offer. It's something that will be closed. So that's why you have to jump on board today. So if you have any questions, leave your comments below, contact me through email, reach out to me on Facebook, and I will answer. But just look at what you will get. You will get all of these modules, and throughout these modules, you will have over 12 hours of video. And if you look into the live replay webinars, that's over 3 to 10 hours of video. The total value of all of this is $4,822, but today we'll only be paying $119. That's crazy. So go to socialupcoming.com/join, register for your account, and go through the course, and I promise you, you won't regret it.